Hello, Facebook. Attorney Tim Anderson here. Today is December 13th, 2019. I'm a little behind schedule because I've been diligently working on something that I have promised. Many of you have asked me, why am I doing this? Why am I giving up my time and treasure? There has to be some politically motivated reason. Am I going to run for governor? Am I going to run for the attorney general? Am I going to do this for some kind of political reason? And the answer to that is no. I actually have no desire whatsoever to run for political office. However, there comes a time in everyone's life when you have to stand up. And I am in a very unique position to be able to do that on behalf of those of us living in the Commonwealth of Virginia with my skill set. I have not wanted to do it. I have been much more comfortable sitting here talking to you, just telling you what the laws are. But when a United States congressman suggests that the governor should engage and mobilize the largest organized militia in the Commonwealth of Virginia to deal with the residents of the Commonwealth of Virginia, I have had enough. The Democrats' rhetoric is about to bring the Commonwealth of Virginia to the brink of war. I have attempted to tell people to calm down. This is a resolution through the courts, not through armed conflict. But despite my efforts to try to be neutral and try to tell people there are some legal recourses, the Democrats continue to amplify the rhetoric. And yesterday, when a United States Democrat congressman suggested that an armed militia, which is the National Guard in Virginia, should enforce civilian laws due to legitimate and general concern expressed by sanctuary cities about the constitutionality of Senate Bill 16, it made my stomach sick. And while I did a video about the militia, and while I did a video that the governor may have the authority to do it, I cannot imagine what that would look like. Armed soldiers on the streets with automatic weapons, going door to door, enforcing the laws that the Democrats choose to impose on us. Sorry, I'm a little emotional, but it's a big deal. So it's time to stand up. As a lawyer, as a citizen of Virginia, it is time to stand up. Senator Saslaw has created a climate of panic in Virginia. While the Attorney General blames the lobby, the gun lobby, and I guess I'm part of the gun lobby because I'm talking about it, he has created a panic. People do not know if they will become felons. They do not know what the rules and regulations are going to be imposed on them. He lodges Senate Bill 16, and then when there's some pushback from the gun lobby, all of us, 2/3 of the state who's declared sanctuary cities or sanctuary counties, he says, it was never my intention for this law to go into effect, for Senate Bill to pass. That is quoted in an article that I have in what I'm about to show you. Senator Saslaw recklessly and indifferently has endangered all of us. He has endangered those of us who would be willing to go to armed conflict with our police over proposed rules that are likely unconstitutional. He has recklessly attempted to cause public unrest. And then when most of the state, 2/3 of the state, come forward and say we're sanctuary counties or cities, we from a locality standpoint, have serious concern, he comes out and says that the governor's suggestion that we could keep these prohibited firearms could be grandfathered with a registry, and that he had no intention of Senate Bill 16 becoming law, is a misuse of his office, in my opinion. Therefore, I'm announcing that I have prepared a petition for judicial recall of Senator Saslaw. It contains the various facts and circumstances for which I am deeply troubled by. He has put the Commonwealth of Virginia in a position of possibly armed conflict by his reckless words and by the power of his office. Therefore, I need your help. To recall Senator Saslaw, we need people in the 35th Senatorial District, which is up in Fairfax. So if you don't live there, you can't sign this petition. The metrics in this district are about close to 40,000 people voted. He won 35,000 of the votes. There was no Republican candidate that ran against him. So essentially, we will need 4,000 signatures to sign this petition. Now, I want to express some seriousness about what we're talking about. First, the signing a petition for judicial recall is done under the penalties of perjury. You signing this petition could be subjected to perjury if the statements contained in the petition are false. I am not going to release this petition to the public as to not give anybody an advanced screening of what we have prepared. It is comprehensive. I will show you that it has multiple pages and multiple counts. It is in legal order. I will be the attorney representing 4,000 of you if we can get 4,000 of you to come forward. What will happen if we get 4,000 people is we will file the petition with the Fairfax County Circuit Court. The fight will then be on. If we prevail, then the case can go to the Virginia Supreme Court. Or if we lose, the case can go to the Virginia Supreme Court. And then the Virginia Supreme Court will be the final arbitrator on this issue. I do not take this kindly, and for many of you, you should know this, I'm really not a Republican. While I vote Republican most of the time, I do not think that the Republicans have a monopoly on good ideas. I do think that the Democrats have excellent ideas in many areas. And so if you want to call me anything, you should call me down the middle. I am not on your side when you have super radical right ideas. I'm not on your side if you have super radical left ideas. I'm in the middle. But I am not going to stand forward and watch an elected representative put this state into panic followed by a United States congressman suggesting that we should have armed soldiers mobilizing in the Commonwealth to enforce laws that 2/3 of the state have now said we don't want. So, I will be at the Fairfax County Courthouse on Sunday, starting at 6:30 p.m. This will be hopefully a meeting for us to meet and talk. I need people. I can't capture 4,000 signatures on my own. I need people who live in Fairfax County to come with me. Now listen, Fairfax County, this district is super blue. It is mostly Democrats that live there. I don't know if we're going to be able to capture 4,000 signatures. If we can, then we can move forward. If we can't, we can't. Sunday is the first step. I will release the petition to select organizers who will work with me in concert to capture signatures. Keep in mind, if you're going to be a part of this movement, you must live in the 35th Senatorial District. Springfield is about the largest city. Falls Church. There's other parts of that I know that there are mostly Democrats up there, and I know Democrats want reasonable gun reform, but we are on the same side here. We cannot have a senator putting the state into public panic and then say he never had intention for Senate Bill 16 to become law. 2/3 of the state have exercised sanctuaries, Second Amendment sanctuaries, mostly in response to Senate Bill 16. I have been to multiple meetings where thousands of people are showing up and saying that they're willing to go to war with the Commonwealth of Virginia over this. This is not a joke. This is as serious as it gets, and this is as big of a misuse of political power as I have ever seen in a state government. So, Senator Saslaw, hopefully, I will see you in court soon. For those of you in the 35th, I can't do it without you. If you don't show up and you don't be a part of this, I can't help you. I will be at the Fairfax County Circuit Court on Sunday at 6:30 p.m. I hope to see as many people from the 35th as can possibly be there. I will bring petitions with me, and if you wish to sign them, you can. I will also bring petitions with me for you to circulate amongst yourself. We need 4,000 people. We need 4,000 people courageous enough to step up and tell Richmond that you cannot do this. I'm not talking about laws. You can make laws, but you cannot bring us to a point where we're looking at armed conflict with the National Guard and then say you didn't have intention of moving forward. This is a panic, and Senator Saslaw has to be held accountable through the judicial recall process. My name is Tim Anderson. I'm an attorney in Virginia Beach. I will be at the Fairfax County Circuit Court on Sunday at 6:30 p.m. I hope to see you there.